Yo, what is up guys, Nakama here, and back with more Ace Attorney and Danganronpa. Yeah, it is a crossover game that my friend FC Games made with his other friends. And I don't know that much about it aside from the fact that Komaru and Phoenix are the main characters, as you can see. And this game was made in Unity and it looks really amazing. I'm really was looking forward to it, and I'm really glad that it got out. So yeah. I already said I cannot do that. What a shame I didn't have to resort to this, however. Hey! What are you? Gah! Oh, yeah, that's a creepy looking fellow. And this is always why we have a plan B. But just like all my other plans, it's going to go perfectly. Okay, cool. Yeah, that goes very similar to Ace Attorney, and then it's very similar to Danganronpa. But I think in an Ace Attorney fashion, I think they spoiled the culprit. I mean, it wouldn't really matter if there weren't that many suspects. January 14, 9:42 AM, District Court, Defendant Lobby number 5. Oh, man, what a night. I hardly slept a wink. Hey, Mr. Wright, there you are. Hey, Komaru. Oh, Komaru, hey, I was worried for a minute. You weren't going to make it. Huh? No way, I never missed my brother's trial. Yeah, I only looked at the first part, first 8 minutes of this game, and Makoto is apparently framed for murder. Again. I just get a little lost trying to find the right lobby. This place is so big, way bigger than my plain old high school. This is Komaru Naegi. Yes, this is a fantastic game. The girls were burst into my office 10 minutes before closing to ask me to take her case. This is the log. Perfect. We definitely need more logs in these types of games. Well, technically not her case. Her older brother was arrested for murder, and I suppose she heard of me and asked for help. Although it was less like asking, more like refusing to leave until I agreed. Yeah, Komaru's like that. I admit I was a little hesitant at first. But after hearing how passionately she insisted that her brother was innocent, I couldn't refuse. And my name is Phoenix Wright. I'm a defense attorney and I run a small law office. I'm kind of surprised there isn't a picture of Phoenix showing who he is. Well, okay. I'll be leading the defense on this case. Is your brother here yet? Yeah, I saw them leading him inside, but they wouldn't let me talk to him. That makes sense. Not exactly an attorney. I guess. But it's just not right. Also, the Amapa animation is fantastic. My brother will never do something like this. You have to help him, Mr. Wright. We may not always get along, but I know he's not a killer. I'll do my best, I promise. That's what we defense attorneys are here for. To protect innocent people from injustice. Thank you so much. I don't know what I'd do if you hadn't agreed to help. What do you mean? Aren't there other attorneys who will take the case? Well, I tried a lot, but they all turned me down. What? Why? So much for me being her first pick. Huh. Oh, she lied there. Haha, that's funny. Not many lawyers want to risk being associated with this case. If they lose, I'll be all over the news. Because of the defendant. I mean, it's weird. Why wouldn't you defend a kid who studies at Hope Peak Academy? Yeah, the reasoning is weird. Oh, that's right. Komaru's brother goes to Hope Peak Academy. But I mean, it's not like it's impossible. I'm just kind of wondering why people would not want to do that. I mean, I guess the explanation is that the school is too prestigious and well renowned, but that's not a reason to reject Makoto's case, right? Huh. The word is simply, it's this really fancy school that takes talented teenagers from all over the world and invites them to attend and hone their skills through their program. Sounds a bit like overkill to me, but whatever floats their boat. I did a lot of research last night on the school. Turns out there's still no forums online about it. Hope's is funded by the government, and if you graduate, you're pretty much set for life. You can't apply or anything, but at least not the main program. They scout out the students themselves. And they've apparently been creating top-of-the-line ultimates for generations. After looking it up, I found that ultimate is a term used to describe what each student owns. Yay, it's just like the first case of Danganronpa. I mean the first chapter. In one class alone, they have the ultimate baseball star, the ultimate biker gang leader. Okay, all these characters are alive, they didn't die. And even the ultimate fashionista. And that's just the start of it. It seems like you could go to school for almost anything as long as you were the best in it. Hospic boasts that their students will graduate to be hope of the world. So I guess that's where the name comes from. And Komaru's brother is a student at that school. So, needless to say, this case will be the talk of the town for a while, no pressure. The ultimate lucky student. Huh. Well, we have a little more time before the trial. I guess I should try and talk to Komaru some more. Oh, Komaru, you don't go to Hospic like your brother, right? No, I don't. I'm just his normal little sister. Imoto desu. Hey, there's nothing wrong with being normal, you know? Yeah, it's kind of nice to hear like characters say that. Because like all the characters in the Hospic Academy and Danganronpa 1 and 2 were like all ultimates, and the main characters were people like Makoto and Hajime who were super self-deprecating. So some of the third party knowledge just come and saying it's fine to be normal, okay? Like saying that just feels so nice and right, especially considering how long does it take in the game for the characters to realize this. I guess. I suppose it'll take more than encouraging her to change her mind. Yes. The case. Komaru, what do you know about the case so far? Well, my brother was arrested last night and no one in my family knew what to do. It's also so nice that the killing game didn't happen and the world is completely intact. But yeah, it's kind of cute. It's a really cute premise. I really like it. We tried contacting the other lawyers, but they all turned you down. Right. I was desperate, and when I heard about you, I knew I had to try. I mean, Phoenix is somewhat popular, right? He's been doing this for quite a bit, at least in regards to dual destinies. Like, where's Apollo and Athena? I'm really not sure if I should play this game before playing Dual Destinies and Spirit of Justice, but I'm kind of really spoiled on those games, so it really doesn't matter. If it meant going all the way to your office in the snow. Yeah, to be honest, I thought you were a little crazy at first when you pounded on the door right before we closed. I actually thought she was a robber, but she doesn't need to know that. I'm sorry, I just didn't know what else to do. But I couldn't let them assign some random attorney to this case. Because of the defendant. Exactly. Yeah. The defendant is your brother, right? That's right, Makoto Naegi. Makoto, he goes to the Hospic as an ultimate, right? Yeah, way cooler than my boring old high school. I don't know, I don't take normal school over... I take a normal school over a murder accusation any day. But, Mr. Wright, he didn't do it. After seeing your belief in him, I agree. The hard part is proving it. But don't worry, Komaru, I'm sure we'll be able to get your brother off the... Yeah, I believe in you, Mr. Wright. Now let's get inside. Awesome. Huh? Wait, we? Of course. Not to be rude, but do you have any experience with courtroom, like, at all? Well, no, but that's what you're here for. You can teach me everything I need to know. My mom says I'm a great listener. Well, except for when she tells me to clean my room. I'm not sure about this. Please, Mr. Wright. Please let me do this. I never really make my own decisions. I just go along with what other people say most of the time. But seeing Makoto get arrested and taken away, it gave me strength. The strength to make a choice, and my choice is to defend him. I want to do everything I can, even if it's not much, so I'm not going to sit in the gallery while my brother is accused of murder. Please, let me make this choice. Wow, that was quite a speech. I can't pretend like I don't understand how she's feeling, so... Alright, you can come. Really? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Alright. Oh, come on. We can't be late for the trial. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this Ace Attorney style. Yeah, I think the gameplay might be really similar to Ace Attorney's. Ooh, awesome. Awesome animation. I think my PC is also kind of like, it doesn't have a great graphic card, so. Court is now in session for the trial of Makoto Naegi. Awesome. Oh, so you're like going for the sprite version, huh? I mean, it makes sense that you wouldn't want to use the 3D assets. The defense is ready, Your Honor. I mean, you're already using Komaru. Oh, Pain. Oh wait, which version of Pain is this? Which Pain brother is this? Winston Pain, Max Pain, maybe Max Pain. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Yeah, I mean, he needs an annoying voice. He needs that. Do I know you? Oh, of course you do. I'm Winston. Oh, Pain. Oh, yeah, Winston Pain, not Max Pain. Okay. Nemesis of Phoenix Wright. Oh, that's cute. Winston Pain. Oh, Winston. Now I remember. And I think certain someone else holds the title. I thought I'd be facing off against Gaspin today. Oh man, Gaspin was that... Wait, who was Gaspin? I forgot. I kind of forgot. Ah, yes, my little brother is... Oh yeah, it's one of the Pain brothers. Ah, yes, my little brother is suffering a frying country at the moment. So at the long last, bitter courtroom rivals, Phoenix Wright and Winston Pain face off again. Mr. Wright, is this guy really your rival? If by rival you mean mild annoyance. No, will the accused please take the stand? Hey, Makoto! Long time no see. Makoto Naegi, Komaru's brother and the defendant in this case. According to my notes, is in the 78th class of Hope Speak Academy as the ultimate lucky student. Yeah, I think this might get a little bit annoying, but it's fine. It's cute. Although, if you ask me, maybe they should revoke that title, considering he got caught in the murder. Mr. Pain, your opening statement, please. Of course, Your Honor. The victim in this case was Mr. Poe Staffis, a mailman. His body was found in an alley yesterday, when a passerby happened to notice the gruesome scene. Maybe the passerby was the culprit. I would now like to submit the victim's autopsy report, as well as photograph the police took of the crime scene. Very well. The court accepts these as evidence. Blunt force trauma to the top of the head, time of death 4 and 6. Okay, perfect. Oh wait, Mr. Wright, what are you doing? I'm collecting information relevant to the case in the court record. I can check it anytime by pressing the button in the top right corner, the tab key or the right bumper. Bumper? What? Oh yeah, it's probably also for non-PC, like PlayStation, maybe not. What is the right bumper? Oh, so that's what all those papers and folders are for. Yep. It's a little disorganized, but I manage. Oh, I have just the thing then. Huh? What's this thing? It's a monopad. What? Why do you have that? They give one to every student at Host Peak to help them keep track of their assignments. Yeah, I think the ultimate talent project, like Danganronpa S, kind of made it a really great thing where Monokuma is just there to serve the Hope Peak Academy students. I think that works out really well. Then why do you have one? You told me you go to regular high school. Oh, well, I may have borrowed it from Makoto's room. Sounds more like stealing to me. Hey, don't look at me like that. He doesn't need it right now, and I'll put it back as soon as this is all over. Besides, he takes stuff from my room all the time too. Huh. So, how does it work? You can scan and upload your evidence right into the tablet. It's got a whole bunch of other cool features too, but I don't know how they work yet. I don't know. I'm not exactly the best with computers and stuff. Oh, don't worry, Mr. Wright. You know, baby will figure it out. Gee, thanks. To be fair, I think in modern terms, like, knowing how technology and all that stuff is super important. Like, if you're a detective or an attorney, like anyone, mainly because if you're like a murder attorney, chances are like a lot of murder cases now are going to be related to like technology in some shape or form. Granted, you know, knowing about guns, weapons, stab wounds, and the human body more is probably more important. Defendant, could you please tell the court what happened yesterday? Yeah, I'm going to give him the annoying voice. Well, didn't exactly start out great. I slept through my alarm, so I was almost late for school. I really had to scramble to get ready. Huh. Makoto glanced over at us. That's a bit odd, I wonder why. Wait, is Komaru and Makoto trying to create an alibi for themselves? But I just made it. I spent most of the day at school. After that, I just walked home. And was there anything out of the ordinary on the way? No, I just took my usual route back. Does this route pass by the crime scene? We checked and indeed it does. Shoot, there goes that fury. Oh, well, you plan to say that my defendant didn't do this, stuff like that. Anything else, defendant? It was pretty cold. So my hands were in my pockets most of the way. But I didn't see anyone out of the ordinary the whole way home. So you're claiming you never saw the victim that day? No, not at all. I didn't even know he was dead until they arrested me. It says here that the victim was killed by blunt force trauma. Is this right, Mr. Payne? That's correct, Your Honor. Were you able to locate a murder weapon? Yes, but I think I'll give the defense a chance to point it out. Huh? Why me? Because what is a rivalry if only one side lands blows? I at least want to give my opponent an opportunity to prove himself. He has a great hair, yeah, I get it. Take a look at our winning records, Payne, then try that again. But okay, I'll bite. Let's take a look at the crime scene photo on this monopad. Hey, Komaru, where are the folders on this thing? Yeah, wait, you can't use your own court records, stuff like that? Okay, so, oh, I see. This is the, the weapon, I see, I get it. Wanted. Is this post going to be relevant? This seems like a really, simplistic case. Maybe they just chased the victim down and hit them. You need to unlock it first, Mr. Wright. Just swipe along the bottom where the arrow is. Oh, right, thanks. Oops, that's the wrong photo, Mr. Wright. Oops, that's the wrong photo, Mr. Wright. Yeah. Haha. That's a cute drawing. That's really cute. it's really well done. Yeah, this is just a picture of Makoto and some other people. It's dated yesterday. Picture of Makoto added to the court record. Yep, these are his friends. But here, let me show you where the evidence folder is. I still can't believe we actually got snow yesterday. Yeah, me neither. It was only about an inch, but still, we can clearly see a light coating of it on the ground here. Alright, looking at this photo, it's pretty clear what the murder weapon is. Take that! As you can all see, there is a bloody metal pipe laying in the snow. I think it's pretty safe to say that this is the murder weapon. Indeed. Do you agree with this conclusion, Mr. Payne? Please stop asking for his approval, Your Honor. Doesn't need his ego inflated any more than this. Or any more than it is. Ah yes, very good, Your Honor. We have concluded this pipe was indeed the murder weapon. Hey, I was the one who pointed it out. Do you have any proof that my client handled the weapon? Well, no, there were no fingerprints found on it. But that's because we believe the defendant was wearing gloves at the time of the crime. I think I should use the evidence of Makoto putting his hands in his pockets. But I mean, he could be lying, so I get it. It was a bit brisk outside. Most people I saw walking about had gloves on. That's not all, Your Honor. Defendant, did you have any sort of relationship with the victim? Yes. It was close to my family friend. I've known him for years. Oh, I see. Whoa! Is that true, Komaru? Yeah, Mr. Staffwise will always talk to our mom or dad when he delivered our mail. He even came over for dinner sometimes. He didn't have a family of his own. Some allergies and stuff. Hey, I see. I'm sorry for your loss. Oh, the defendant knew the victim? Yes, Your Honor. In fact, we have proof in the form of a photograph found inside the victim's wallet. Okay. I should check that photo before I continue. I can do that in the court order by selecting the evidence, then pressing the details button. How many people are in that photo? Just to make sure. 5. The drawing is great. The drawing is really cute. Like, it's definitely not exactly the Danganronpa drawing, but like nobody expects that. Right. But for all that said, I don't get it. You're claiming my client killed a close friend of his family. What reason would he have to do that? I admit, it's hard to believe. However, we have uncovered a potential motive for the murder. Oh, do tell us, Mr. Payne. What is this motive? Blackmail, Your Honor. What else do you have to that the defendant was being blackmailed? Oh, behold, Phoenix Wright, your downfall. Huh? A note? Not just any note. A note threatening to expose the defendant's secret to his family. What? What? But I don't have any secrets. Yeah, like, at least not any that bad. I promise. It's true, Mr. Wright. Makoto's being serious that he wet the bed until 5th grade. I did not need to know that. I mean, it's canon. What does it threaten to expose me for? Well, the note does leave it rather vague. But we found it in the victim's pocket. I mean, come on, someone could like put it there. By simply reading the name on it, we were able to arrest the killer. We still haven't heard the defendant's version of the story. You can't say for sure he's the killer until we at least hear his side. I have no objections to that, Mr. Wright. Or should I say Mr. Wright? I mean, that's not a slander, that's a compliment, thank you. Wow. Well, how original. Never heard that one before. In 7 years you couldn't come up with anything better, Pain? Now, defendant, please confirm your name and occupation for the court. My name is Makoto Naegi. I'm a high school student at Hope Speak Academy. And are you ready to give your testimony? Yes, your honor. At least ready as I'll ever be. Okay, what I know. I promise I didn't kill Mr. Staffus. Come on, Staffus. All I know is that after my arrest, they told me about the murder. They said I hit him on the top of the head with that pipe. But I will never hurt anyone, especially not him. Okay, what happens now, Mr. Wright? Well, this is usually when I cross-examine the witness. Cross-examine? What does that mean? Should I explain what cross-examination is? I'm good. No need to explain. I'll show you right now. Just watch and learn, Komaru. Okay. One last thing. I can save by pressing the button in the top left corner and skip or start at any time. Also wait, does this game have health points? Alright, this is it. Time to focus, Phoenix. It's cross-examination time. Let's go. Oh my god, yeah, I get the health points. Wait, that's kinda weird. Did they actually say that? Did they actually say that? That's weird. That lines up with the autopsy report. Of course it does. All signs point to Makoto being our culprit. My case is as flawless as my hair. I won't be too sure. We have already established the pipe was the murder weapon. But like, this is kind of weird, simply because from a law standpoint, you don't have any witnesses at the stand, right? Like maybe the culprit, maybe the one guy who saw it might say it. Like the culprit, the real culprit might come up and come to the trial and say something, but otherwise you don't really have much evidence to convict Makoto, other than the fact that he has a motive, I guess. But isn't there another part of the statement that seems off? Do you know any else who could have done it? Well, no, but that's because there is no one who could have done it. You've gotten rusty, Mr. Wright. Look who's talking. You're no spring chicken, Pain. Well, Mr. Wright, did you find any contradictions? Now that you mention it, there was something off about the placement of the wiki. Oh, okay, now they're giving me hints. And I think I have something that shows why. Then what are you waiting for? Present it already. We believe you, Makoto, but we're going to have to prove it. Right, I know, and I trust you to do just that, Mr. Wright. Thank you. Now, can you tell us about what you know? So they arrested you because they thought you were the culprit? I can't think of another reason why they would. Right. So, how do they think you did it exactly? Okay, yeah. They said I hit him on the top of the head with that pipe. Oh, wait. Oh, I'm supposed to say that. I think I got it. Like, the idea is that, well, the pipe doesn't have a fingerprint, right? So, you're basing this off on nonsense. Maybe?
Objection!
Your Honor, this piece of evidence can contradict the testimony. Sorry, but could you explain how? Whoops, you see, okay, maybe that's not it. Yeah, this game's brutal. Yeah, Ace 3 game's pretty brutal. I never really got stuck, like, heavily during trials, but holy shit, I need to load. Well, I mean, I guess if someone was hit on the head, maybe a shape of a pipe might have appeared? Maybe? Not really, no. Of course it does. All signs point to Makoto being our culprit. My case is... okay, yeah. Okay, I need to think this. Bro, like, I think I'm brain farting real hard. Yeah, I think it's giving me hints.
Objection!
Yeah, I think it's... oh, okay, I got it. It's because... the guy has a hat. That is a really weird assumption, to be fair, but I think it works. Mr. Payne, you claim your case is as flawless as your hair, is that right? Yeah, that was really confusing. Naturally. Well, in that case, I suggest you start seeing a new barber. Huh? What do you mean? This has to be a contradiction. As we know, it's confirmed that the victim died from a blow on top of his head. But, in this photo of the victim and the defendant, we can clearly see that Makoto is far shorter than him. Oh, I see. That's what it was. I see. Oh. So yeah, I completely messed up. I did not notice that. That's a really good deduction. That was hard. Holy shit. What are you saying? Yeah, I did not look at that. Yeah, I've still got a lot of ways to go in terms of being a detective. What I'm saying is, if the defendant was this much shorter than the victim, he couldn't have possibly hit him on the top of the head. That's pretty smart. Let's go. Oh, that is a contradiction. Wow, great job, Mr. Wright. That was so cool. Oh, haha. It was nothing. Just doing my job. Although it's nice to get some appreciation for once. Well, Mr. Payne, do you have any explanation for this? Oh no, that's never a good sign. You may have struck me, Mr. Wright, but I'll not fall just yet. I implore you to take one more look at the crime scene. There you will see exactly how the defendant could have delivered this blow. Oh, the boxes. Let's see. What in this photo indicates a way someone short could have hit someone tall on top of the head.
Take that!
It's the boxes. Is this what you're talking about? I'm afraid not. Try again. What? What do I need to do it for you? No thanks, I'm good. Wait. I see something in front of the body. Could that be it? Wait, in front of the body? What is funny is the way someone short could have hit someone on top of the head.
Take that!
Are you talking about the... oh, knee prints, I see. Those are knee prints, interesting. Are you talking about the knee prints in the snow in front of the body? I mean, I had an idea that maybe the prints were like that because Makoto was standing on something or something. Precisely, yeah, it makes sense. I admit it's impossible for someone saw on the defendant's head to strike the victim as described. But what if the victim was kneeling when the killing blow was dealt? Yeah, it makes sense. Oh, that'll explain how it could be done. Yeah, it was kind of really hard to distinguish the fact that it's a knee print. I mean, it's not the game's fault, I'm just not really accustomed to cases in the snow. Oh, that's not good. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any objections now? Let's see, do I have any objections now? I mean, of course. Why would the victim, like literally kneel on the snow? Of course, there's definitely something weird about. And what will that be? The thing that's wrong is... there's no reason to kneel! You claim that the victim was kneeling when he was struck. But why would he be on his knees in the first place? Oh, that's a good point. Well, Mr. Wright, it seems our battle is not over yet. Once again, take a look at the crime scene photo. I'm really starting to hate that thing. If I may direct your attention to the area of snow behind the victim. Is that Kokichi-oma? Wanted? You'll clearly see signs of struggle left behind in the snow. Really? As pictured, the victim... Oh, okay, I see. The victim's mailbag was open on the ground. This further proves that there was a fight between the victim and the killer. But there should be bruises on the victim, no? Oh, so perhaps he fell to his knees in the struggle? That's exactly right, Your Honor. After an intense battle with the victim over the blackmail note, the defendant pushed him to the ground and struck him on the head to silence him forever. No, I'll never do that. That's not what happened at all. Did something happen? That's the only logical explanation.
Objection!
No, it's the only speculation. Can you debunk anything I have said, then? Oh, yeah, totally. Mr. Wright, you aren't bluffing, are you? What? Me? Bluff? Never. Okay, maybe a little. Mr. Wright! Don't worry, I've got this. I'll turn it around somehow. Wait a second, Mr. Payne said Makoto killed Mrs. Sapphire because of blackmail, right? Isn't there something huge that contradicts that? Yeah, maybe. Oh, that's right. Thanks, Komaru. Wow, I feel like a real attorney. Your Honor, if the defendant really wanted to silence the victim, there's a piece of evidence that should never have been found at the scene. Oh yeah. Oh, what is this evidence, Mr. Wright? Yeah, it's pretty obvious. The note. The blackmail note? I believe you have it backwards. That note incriminates the defendant in the crime. I beg to differ. If Makoto really wanted to erase all evidence of blackmail to the point he'd commit murder, why would he leave the most incriminating evidence in the victim's pocket? Well, maybe he didn't know about it. Then how would he know he's being blackmailed in the first place? Perhaps the victim simply threatened him verbally. Then why would he write that ambiguous note? Like, I guess I'm not trying to support pain or stuff, but he could have, in a hypothetical scenario, could have written it down so that he thought he might use it, but he just decided not to. That might have happened. Everything you've proposed so far is merely circumstantial, and the only evidence pointing to the defendant makes no sense. You have no proof Makoto was even at the scene of the crime. Order! Order! Order in the court! Uh-oh. Did I break him? That's where you're wrong, Mr. Wright. I have something that does prove the defendant was at the crime scene at the time of the murder. Oh no, I don't like where this is going. Well, that makes things easier. What is this proof, Mr. Payne? A witness, someone who saw the defendant in the alley just before the deed was done. Oh yeah, that's helpful. Then what are we waiting for? Call this witness at once. Witness, please state your name and occupation. Jutaro Akafuku. Jutaro Akafuku. I'm a salaryman. Jutaro! Jutaro Akafuku. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Oh yeah, he's the bad guy. It's pretty obvious. What a polite young man. I'm sorry to distract you from your work. Don't worry about it, Your Honor. It's no trouble. Justice may be served after all. I mean, to be fair, it is kind of like ridiculous how in the Ace Attorney, like, it's always like one person's word against another. Like, if another person witnessed the crime, like, from a close distance, there's a very good chance that that person is also the culprit. So I think in real life cases, you never usually have like one witness saying something and like that being the only evidence, because it's one person versus the another. Then again, Japan is kind of fucking weird. I'm adjusting my plans accordingly. How admirable of you to be so organized. But of course, I have rescheduled my day, taking into account the mail routes and TV. My estimation is that this will be over in time for my magazine delivery as I tune into 12 PM news. But that's only half an hour from now. Exactly. I've been accounted for a probable bus delay based on most traffic patterns. Very impressive. Now, is it true you witnessed the defendant at the scene of the crime between 4 and 6 PM yesterday? It is. Please, testify to the court about this experience. With pleasure. Here we go then. Ready, Mr. Wright? Ready. Here we go. Yeah, he's the real culprit. I was walking home yesterday evening around 4:30 PM. On my way, I passed an alleyway and happened to look over. There, I saw two people talking, a mailman and a boy sitting in the defendant's chair. I didn't think anything of it at the time, of course. But when I heard the kid was arrested, I knew I had to let the police know what I saw. What? He didn't witness... So you see, the defendant was undeniably at the scene at the time of the murder, but he didn't see anything. Uh-oh, this isn't good. If what he says is true, Makoto is pretty much a goner. Is there any proof other than this account that Makoto was with the victim at the time? As a matter of fact, there is. Behold. What is that? Some thread? Not just any thread. These are glove fibers found on the victim's clothes. You guys should definitely like showcase all this evidence before trial, you know, to me. Come on, guys. We suspect they got on the victim during this struggle. How does this prove Makoto was the one who fought him? After questioning his family, we discovered that the defendant is known for wielding these colored gloves. Is this true, Komaru? Yeah, Makoto's gloves are red. Still, that in itself is a pretty flimsy argument. Countless people were wearing red gloves yesterday. Even one of my subordinates did. I didn't. My hands were freezing yesterday. I can't find my black gloves anywhere. I admit, alone it isn't much, but coupled with everything else we know, it's only another nail in the coffin for Mr. Naegi. Maybe someone else came and altered the crime scene before the police arrived. I'm afraid that's quite impossible. There were only two types of footprints found at the crime scene. One was proven to be the victims and the other was unidentified. If you couldn't identify, how do you know they were the defendant's footprints? Because the defendant was at home when we arrested him. He had plenty of time to change or even destroy his shoes. But what do we know is that only 2 people were at the scene, the victim and his killer. It feels like every time I try to get out of this hole, I'm only digging myself deeper down. Also, if that's the case, then where's your footprints, Akafuku? It's unfortunate, but sometimes people simply don't plan things all the way through. Mr. Wright, he has to be lying. There's no way he saw Makoto with Staffus. Nah, I sure hope you're right. Okay, let's do this. I just have to find a contradiction in his testimony. Somehow. Yeah, he's a smart guy. He's just trying to like overcomplicate things. Like, since due to the footprints being the only things there, if Makoto's only there, then if hypothetically the mailman and the Makoto were both there, then Makoto has to be the culprit. Like, why isn't it showing any of the time? This could be a vital information. Like, this could be like an alibi or something from Makoto. Are you absolutely sure of the time? Without a doubt, I plan my days with perfect punctuality in my mind. Somehow I don't doubt it. This guy probably accounts for bathroom breaks in his schedules. That's within the time frame of the murder, so what exactly did you see going home? On my way, I passed on an alleyway and happened to look over. Are you absolutely sure that's who you saw? Without a doubt. The spiky hair is hard to forget. You're on thin ice, buddy. I didn't think anything of it at that time, of course. How did you hear about the arrest? On the news, of course. Which I do not plan to miss today either. I hate to burst your bubble, but I intend to do exactly that. Mr. Wright, I think we have a problem. I can't find a single contradiction in his testimony. Me neither. Looks like it's time to press for some more information. Okay, thank you. So it's pressing time. Why would you just look in the alleyway? Isn't it sort of tucked away? A bit, yes. However, I love to take in all the sights around me on my walks. I'm a very observant person, you know. Well, what happened after that? There, I saw 2 people talking. A mailman and a boy sitting in the defendant's chair. So they weren't doing anything suspicious at the time. They were simply talking, although it did look a lot like an argument. If only I'd known it would lead to something as abhorrent as a murder. So you didn't intervene at the time, neither of them saw you. That's correct. So the struggle between the victim and the killer must have happened after you saw this. Precisely. And the boy must have violently shoved the victim down to his knees and delivered the killing blow. Something about that strikes me as well. Should I have had that testimony added? Yes. Mr. Akafuku, I request that you add your last statement to your testimony. A waste of time, but alright. I'll indulge you. Boom. Like, if he was hit, then, I don't know. I think the positioning just kind of doesn't work. Are we supposed to believe that, given their size difference, Makoto overpowered the victim? From the looks of it, while he was tall, the bosom did not appear to be particularly strong. It was very possible to throw him off balance. I'm sure even you could do it. What's that supposed to mean? But still, there's something weird about this part of this testimony. I just need to find the evidence that proves it. Yeah, the hints are good. Like, I can see the small hints. Anyways, get back on topic. Why was the victim holding the pole? And why are their hands positioned like that?
Objection!
Oh, wait, is this it? Let me get this right. You claim that Makoto shoved the victim to his knees in the struggle. And they killed him with the metal pipe. I mean, yeah, the prince just doesn't make sense. Don't make me repeat myself. It adds unnecessary time to my plans. But yes, that is what I'm saying. Blah, blah. Well, I claim that's impossible. How so? If you take another look at the knee prints found at the crime scene, I think you'll notice something rather strange about them. You don't mean... Oh, I do mean. Those knee prints are as clean as a whistle. Yeah, I mean, yeah. There's also like less... it doesn't look like it's a struggle. There's no way they were made as a result of being shoved to the ground. Oh, I see. I mean, yeah, it kinda makes sense. I just thought that games don't have that much attention to detail. What are you saying? I'm saying that marks this claim could have only been made intentionally. Yeah, this is also why the crime scene picture is a bit confusing, because I also thought that would work, but it didn't. With someone kneeling down on their own free will. But are you not the one who said the victim had no reason to kneel? But are you not the one who said the victim had no reason to kneel down like that? That's right. And I still stand by that. Which means the only person who had the reason to kneel down at the crime scene was the killer. Obviously, the killer knelt down by the body after the murder. That's the only way someone could have left such clean prints in the snow, I see, yeah. In order to put the paper inside the victim's clothes, yes, in the pocket. That does seem like the only option, but why would the culprit do that? Why? The time of the scene, of course. They probably want to remove all the evidence. Quite contrary. Mr. Payne, for once I completely agree with you. You do? Aha! So you finally admitted the defendant is guilty. I never said that, taking a look at the evidence we've gathered. All signs point to Makoto being the culprit, from the note to glove fibers. However, if he really was the killer, who knelt down by the body to remove all traces of the evidence? Why would he leave such obvious things at the scene? Yeah? Very well then, Your Honor. If I may, I would like to propose my absurd rebuttal to this absurd point. Very well. I don't see why not. Does the defense have any objections? Not at all, Your Honor. Alright, now we're getting somewhere. Bring it on, Mr. Observant. I understand you think the boy would not have missed such obvious clues. However, which is more likely, he is innocent, or you are overestimating his intelligence? Come on, dude, that's a bad argument. There are no other suspects. There are a number of things to point to him, and him alone. That red-handed killer was caught red-handed. Wait, how do you know that he was red-handed? Like, do you know the evidence about the gloves? I'm afraid I have to agree with the witness, given the circumstances. Without direct connection, there is too much that lines up to doubt the defendant's guilt. This doesn't look good, Mr. Wright. Tell me about it. We can't actually disprove any of this evidence, and without it, we can't challenge the claims. Does that mean we lost? It's over? No, but I don't know what else we can do. We can't give up. I won't. Please, Mr. Wright. I know I'm not as smart or as talented as you or Makoto, but I can't lose to my brother. Komaru. There has to be something. I feel like there is. I'm just not sure what. I feel that same way. There's got to be a contradiction, because I believe in my client. Komaru's determination proves it too. So he's really innocent. There must be proof somewhere. At times like this, I just need to turn my thinking around. Instead of asking if there is evidence of Makoto's innocence, we need to assume there is and go from there. I just need to look over everything one more time, even if it seems irrelevant. I can't overlook a thing. Okay, Phoenix, this is it. If I don't find a hole in this testimony, it's all over. The defense may now begin the cross-examination. Again, are you absolutely sure it was Makoto that you saw with him, with the victim? Without a shadow of a doubt. Caught red-handed. Is that really true? Well, Komaru, any luck? I think so. I just can't quite put my finger on it. Put your finger on it. Why is that ringing a bell? Maybe I should try looking into the one more time. Putting my finger on it. Huh? I say the former. The boy is in high school. I doubt he has experience cleaning up crime scenes. Well, maybe, but I guess I don't want to imply Makoto's done this kind of thing before. Besides, if you look at the larger picture... What is that? Oh, are you sure there's no other possible culprits? Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any leads on that? Well, no, however... Then I believe this case speaks for itself.
Objection!
Yeah, I think I was, like, really guessing there. I thought that the guy shouldn't know anything about the gloves, but he may be not talking about the gloves. Oh! His gloves! Completely different. Look at this picture. Mr. Akafuku, I'd like to thank you. Yeah, I was really wondering if he would clarify the fact that Makoto was wearing a red glove or not. Like, red-handed killer. Yeah. For knocking some sense into you, you're quite welcome. I see, you finally realize what a waste of time going around in circles like this. Very efficient. Oh, don't worry. What I've got is something concrete as can be. If the court could please take a look at this picture. Oh my, what a lovely photograph. How wonderful to see the youth of today displaying such camaraderie. Indeed, Your Honor, but that isn't why I'm showing it to you. This picture was found on the defendant's tablet and was taken just hours before the crime. And what is it about this picture that contradicts the testimony? I'll show you. This is what contradicts the statement. Yeah. If you take a closer look at this picture, I think we can all see a glaring inconsistency with our current knowledge of the case. What are you? No, wait! Oh, I see now. Could it be? That's right, Your Honor. Makoto wasn't red-handed at all because his gloves in this picture are undeniably black. I mean green. Dark green. If impossible, they were red. They've always been red. I mean, they could just like switch their gloves, but I really should give this guy more arguments. This can only mean one thing. If only two people were at the scene of the crime, as we have proven, and the killer's red glove fibers were found on the body, then Makoto couldn't have been at the scene. Order! But, Mr. Wright, what does this mean? It can only mean one thing. Makoto isn't the killer. Then who do you propose is? There are no other suspects. No one else was even involved with this case.
Objection!
That's where you're wrong. There's one other person. It all lines up now that I think about it. Someone who planted all the evidence to frame Makoto. Even going so far as to deliver the condemning testimony themselves. Yeah, they're handled it, but I like it. I actually did get stuck on the very first question, which is really hard. Your Honor, the defense would like to accuse someone else for the murder of Mr. Post Office. Post Office, huh? Oh, Post Office, fucking hell! I got I got the pun. Post office, I get it. Post office. Oh my, murder is a very serious charge, Mr. Wright. I implore you to think carefully. The penalty will not be light if the accusation is unfounded. Understood. A real killer has to be... Da da da. Mr. Akafuku, you said earlier that the defendant's gloves are red, is that correct? Oh, of course it is. I saw them myself. I admit it, Makoto's gloves are red. His own sister confirmed that to me earlier. Aha, so you admit it. He was the one who touched the body. He was the one who killed him. Quite the opposite. In fact, I believe I know who did it. There's only one person who had the reason to be so sure that Makoto's clothes were red. He would go as far as to wear the same color clothes when committing the crime to frame him. Someone who planned everything perfectly, who observed every detail in advance, and who had no reason to lie about the glove color except for their own tracks. Except to cover their own risk. It's Mr. Akafuku. You are the only other person who involved in this case. It could only have been you. No, that's not. Then how did you know the defendant's clothes were supposed to be red? Yeah, there's that was I was wondering. Inconceivable. Perhaps it was a lucky guess, or he simply got the color mistaken.
Objection!
He himself claimed to be incredibly sure and observant. And after seeing how detail-oriented he is, I find it hard to believe he's messed up something so crucial. Which means there's no way he actually saw Makoto that day. It's all one big fat lie to cover up his own crime. Ah, how interesting. So you truly insist on wasting more time? I don't think it was a waste of time at all. We've already proven only 2 people were on the scene. Quite. You're just going to put your foot in your mouth then. Ah, that's it. The foot. If you'll permit to return to our previous topic, why are you so sure the other set of shoe prints are the defendants? Am I sure of that? Not really. We don't have any evidence there. No, what I'm thinking. There's something off about the prints. Yes, because... Mr. Wright, don't tell me you're bluffing again. Not this time. There's something. I just need to figure out what it is. Okay. If Makoto's innocent, that means the prints aren't his. And to prove it, we need to examine... Okay. Yeah, there is. Then I actually had a proof. I mean, I just didn't have it. Yeah, the size of the footprint. I request the court to examine the size of the shoe prints. The size? The size? But why? What do you mean why? In fact, why didn't we do this before starting the trial? Seriously, guys. Because there is a correlation between the shoe size and height, is there not? I mean, yeah, it also depends on how big your foot is. I think Makoto might also not have a big foot. And these prints are basically the exact same size as the victims. And I find it hard to believe that someone as short as Makoto will have the same size feet as him. Which can only mean that the killer and the victim are approximately the same height. I guess, but wait, that's kind of weird, because I always thought it was never related to the height, it's just related to the diameter of the foot. Like, yeah, it's kind of weird. Order, I will have order. Give me order, I want to order. Whoa. Number 9 with a small 11. Number 9 with extra large cheese. I would like to order that, please. If we use Makoto as a comparison, we can see that Mr. Akafuku fits that criteria perfectly. You innocent liar! You're so sure of yourself, aren't you? You think you can discredit my perfect, flawless testimony? I think not. Oh yeah? Then what am I missing? Motive, of course. That is true. The witness had no clear reason to murder the victim. That's right. I never even spoken to the man. Why would I want to him dead? I mean, it's the police's job to do it, but you know, like in the Ace Attorney fashion, we do this. Shoot, oh well, it certainly seems that way, but... Think, Mr. Wright, there has to be something the victim had and Mr. Akafuku will kill for, literally. She's right. I've come too far to back down now. Given the state of the crime scene, we established that there was a struggle. That ended in the victim being struck and murdered. If there were no previous connection between the two people, then whatever the killer wanted had to be the physical. And what do you support? What do you propose this was, Mr. Wright? There's only one logical thing it could have been. What evidence shows what the killer must have been after? It's probably this, right? Like, I really want to look deeply into this. Or maybe it's this. I mean, if it was planted, then probably not. Oh no, it's probably the mailbag. Mr. Stafford was a mailman, correct? And his mailbag was found open at the scene of the crime. That's because it fell in the struggle. That's what we all assumed, but look at it again. Doesn't it seem a little too neatly open to have to be an accident? Consider this, what if the killer opened it themselves? But why would they do that? Simple, through whatever was inside. That would explain it. Ah! Mr. Akafuku, you proved to this to court you never let details slip by. If you wanted something inside this mailbox, I don't doubt you found a way to track the package. Did you admit earlier that you tracked mail routes? But of course, I have a decision when I'm taking account the mail routes and TV. Oh wow. Yeah. You likely confronted the victim and his refusal to hand over the bag led to a struggle. It was then that you saw the metal pipe and decided to force him to abandon the bag. By taking his life! You... Murder me! How foolish! It's over, Mr. Akafuku. Just admit you... Let's start over! I refuse to accept this! Somewhere, there has to be... there! There's a conflict in your argument. Your Honor, I'd like to testify again as to why the defense's claims are utterly lunacy. I don't see why not. Proceed, Mr. Akafuku. I've got him back into a corner now. I can't let him get away. That picture may show the defendant with black gloves. However, we have no idea why he wasn't wearing his usual color. It could easily have been attractive for us all. From whom would he possibly obtain black gloves like that? Without answering that, your case is as flat as paper. But alright Phoenix, this is it. If I can just come up with this one last explanation, it'll be all over. I have the last puzzle pieces here somewhere. I just have to put it in place. I believe in you, Mr. Wright. Finish this for my brother and for Staffus. The defense may now begin the cross-examination. Yeah, nice pursuit theme, by the way. Oh, it's a mix of Ace Attorney and Danganronpa. That's pretty dope. Maybe he simply couldn't find his gloves. Then where did he get the pair? There has to be a way. Let me hear what else he has to say and see if I can find a good place to counter him. Because I'm getting really tired of his unhinged comments. Okay. There had to be someone. Well, who? Hold on. Didn't I hear someone mention something about this before? I need to try and... before this guy blows out his vocal cords. Or maybe it's Kyoko's. I mean, yeah, from his friends, duh.
Objection!
Here it is, the contradiction. Oh shit. Oh yeah, I messed up. Game over, man, game over. From whom? Yeah. The same from whom, but do we have any ways to like...
Objection!
Yeah, from Komaru, I guess. Wait a second. There might be a place, or rather, a person. Yeah, I get it. Someone who told us earlier they just happened to be missing their gloves yesterday. Oh yeah, Makoto's lost his gloves. Oh wait. I didn't... My hands were freezing yesterday. Oh. I couldn't find my black gloves anywhere. Oh, I see. So that's why she said it. I was like, why is she being super detailed about this? And that person was Komaru Naegi, the defendant's younger sister. Yeah, why didn't the Komaru just say, oh, this is my gloves? Yeah, she kind of brain farted. Ah. Since they're siblings, both have easy access to each other's belongings. My guess is Makoto couldn't find his gloves that morning and decided to borrow his little sister's. That's why his gloves were black that day. Oh my! I would say, as far as siblings go, that's a more than likely scenario. Still, you have no proof that they steal from each other like that. That's only speculation. Actually, I'm glad you brought that up, because proof is exactly what I have. Impossible! There's no possible way. Then allow me to convince you. This might prove that Makoto and Komaru have access to each other's things. No, that's not the proof. Oh yeah, this is it. Makoto's man. My, what a fancy contraption. Is this what kinds of gadgets the kids are into these days? It's not just a good gadget, you know, it's a monopad. A school-assigned helmet that belongs to Makoto. If it belongs to the defendant, how did it end up in your hands? It was lent to me by Komaru Naegi herself, who took it from the defendant's room. No. Way to go, Mr. Wright. Yay, still thievery rewards, finally. Thievery solves a murder case. Let's go. As you can see, the siblings can borrow things from each other easily. So that explains why Makoto had black gloves instead of his usual red ones. No. But you, Mr. Akafuku, didn't notice. You likely discovered the defendant and the victim's connection and studied them both well in beforehand, maybe. You did this to be able to frame Makoto for murder, should you need to resort to killing Mr. Stuffus. Which ended up being exactly what happened. You kneeled in front of the body and planted the blackmail note in his pocket. Leaving behind the fibers of red gloves you intentionally wore. And you almost got away with your perfectly planned crime. However, there's one thing you couldn't plan for, no matter how hard you tried. The unlucky chance that Makoto will be wearing different gloves that day. Yeah, babe. Let's go. Well, Mr. Akafuku, do you have anything to say for yourself? Luck. That's what it came down to. My perfect plan failed by luck. No, there must be a way to fix this. If I move too close to the snow, but then I have someone else a frame that will require much more study. Perhaps I will just try to hasten morning news today, but then stop. Yeah, let's go! Well, this has certainly been an unexpected turn of events. Mr. Banner, what has become of the witness? He's been arrested, Your Honor. Yeah, like, this is a fantastic first case. I don't know, I think it's definitely on par of the actual Ace Attorney first cases. Upon further investigation, he was discovered to have been a part of an underground ring of thieves. And he was indeed an incredibly valuable gemstone missing from the victim's mailbag. And there was indeed an incredibly valuable gemstone. Oh. The police will be searching the witness's home, where they suspect it was taken. I see. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, it seems you've done it again. Thank you, Your Honor, but I couldn't have done it without the help of my assistant. Huh? Me? Indeed, excellent work, both of you. In light of the recent events, I'm now ready to hand down my verdict. This court finds the defendant, Makoto Naegi, not guilty. Let's go. Court is adjourned. I can't believe it. You did it. You actually did it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Oh, yeah. No sweat. I was only making buckets of it back there. Mr. Wright, can I ask you something? Did you really mean what you said earlier? Huh? In the courtroom about me being helpful in solving the case. Of course I did. Yeah, I mean, you were helpful. But you wouldn't have had the final evidence we needed to prove Makoto's innocence. Yeah? Really? Definitely. Here, let me show you. If you hadn't borrowed this item, this trial might have ended a lot differently. No, yeah, this is... Huh? The monopet? This had that picture of Makoto on it. If what you tell me about your gloves, I might not be able to have made that connection. Do you mean it? I don't go to host speak like my brother or anything. I'm just a normal high school girl, the little sister to someone special. Of course I mean it. What school you go to doesn't change the fact that I couldn't have done this alone. Don't let some title hold you back. Your actions are what counts, at least in my book. Thank you, Mr. Wright. I'm glad you're our lawyer. You know what? Me too. Makoto? Oh, that's a nice drawing. Yeah, they really worked on it. It's cute. I know. I mean, when I said I couldn't have done this without Komaru's help. It was her determination to save her brother that had led to this outcome. This is why I became a lawyer, to help people like them. Komaru, Mr. Wright, thank you so much. Anytime, Makoto. I'm just glad everything worked out in the end. I'm going to tell everyone at school how incredible you were in there. Really? At home speak? Of course! My friends are going to hear all about it. Wow, thanks. I just hope he leaves out the bluffing part. Speaking of, I think this belongs to you. Oh, my monopad. I feel you would want it back. I can delete all the evidence on it before you go. Actually, I want you to keep it, Mr. Wright. Huh? Really? Are you sure? Yeah, I can get another one from school. Think of it as a thank you for helping us out. Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Wait. Yeah, maybe I should keep this thing somewhere really secure. I'm sorry I took it, Makoto. It's okay. Sorry about your gloves. This should be. My hands are freezing, Makoto. I thought you had a spare. I lost it a few weeks ago. How was I supposed to know that? I'm still telling Mom. Hey, wait. That my first case involving the students of Hope Speed Academy came too close. I went back to the agency with a smile on my face. But little did I know that this wouldn't be my last meeting with Makoto Naegi. But it was sooner than anyone expected. That school will be the center for another incident. Wait, do we actually have more cases? The unlucky turnabout. Oh, that's about it. Yeah, hope you all enjoyed this little short game. It was really fun. It was really enjoyable. It was very reminiscent of an actual thing, Ace Attorney cases, and yeah, it was cute. It was cute. It's a bit short, tad bit short, but yeah, I still enjoyed my time with it.